This is the story about how many good humans are trying to make a difference for Canada's ocean playground in one of the most isolated and beautiful parts of the province. The Bay of Fundy is where you can find the world's highest tides, and because of that, it acts like a giant vacuum cleaner. This is my partner Eddie and I heading over to the island. Hi everyone, we are on our way over to Briar Island. We're up here surveying because we're going to be doing a bunch of cleanup things up this way. I have Eddie here with me who's helping me survey, and Miss Pierre. Kisses. What are we going to survey?
We're going to see what the roads look like, what the shores look like, what the people are saying, and we're going to talk to fishers and see if they want to recycle stuff.
Recycle what?
Rope primarily.
Rope.
They use a lot of it.
Yeah, so that's another part of this project is the rope recycling. We're going to do a rope drive, which means we're going to bring a giant dumpster and fill it with rope. We want it all because it's really hard to get rid of up here on Briar Island, Long Island, because you have to take like 2 ferries and drive all the way to Digby. But we know if we give it to us, it's going to go to Sustain Technologies and get recycled locally. So, yeah. So we're all on the car ferry. This is my data girl, Kristen. Hi, Kristen. And then this is a team lead, Elspeth. Say hello. And our other one is Stacy. Hello. Yeah, so we're headed over that way to beautiful Briar Island. It's one of the very, very isolated areas of Nova Scotia. It sits in the Bay of Fundy and catches a lot of debris. So let's see what we find today. We know this part of the province has an incredible amount of debris. A lot of it is coming from far away, and a lot of it is super old. We call this pollution legacy debris. Some of the places we will be going to clean may have never been cleaned before, but we are up for the challenge. So we made it to Briar Island. Fun fact, in the winter, this is not open as much, so we're going to come back. Right now the team, we're splitting up. Some of us are going to go to Pond Cove, some of us are going to go to Big Cove, some of us are going to go knock on the search and rescue guy's door because we're hoping they're going to want to help, and some of us are going to go check out the library to see if there's Wi-Fi, warm places. So we're scouting all this out to make sure that if anybody comes up with us, we can be like, hey, go here to warm up, or hey, go in there to go pee. So yeah, hopefully everybody stays safe. This cleanup's not gonna be for the faint of heart. You need to be okay on rocks. You need to understand where it's icy and slippery. You need to be ready. If you're up for it, we can make a difference. Oh, look what I see. I see Elspeth coming back with a fish bin. Here, I'm going to stop and get a video of that. There she is. We never go away empty-handed. That is a rule of an ocean warrior who surveys. We thought we'd come here and get some group pictures so that we can introduce everybody. But after this, we're going to take the car ferry back over to Long Island. We're going to do some waste diversion and some data training and kind of get that all figured out before we do a big event. But yeah, Eddie is also out here doing some drone flying because that's another way that we survey for debris. So I'll hop back on here later to tell you about how we do the data stuff, or maybe this lady will. This is Kristen.
Hi. She's
going to be our data lead, data technician. What's the fancy name we should call you for this project? I don't know either. The data lady. The data gremlin.
So I feel sometimes I'm like,
So she's going to make sure that we're counting things like how much rope we're getting, how many feet, how many fish bins.
Kilometers, pounds, how many fish bins, buoys, traps, aquaculture pipe, you name it. We're also going to count water bottles, I guess.
Yeah, recycling versus landfill. Right now we're doing pretty good. Anything you two want to say?
Hope to see you out on the beach.
Hope to see you out on the beach.
I hope it's warmer.
You get a lot.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
That is not a usable lobster trap just for people watching. They're not going to want this back. It's all bent up. not worth fixing. And that looks like a whole bunch of possibly recyclable rope. Yeah, it is. I was questioning whether it was leaded, because sometimes, but this is not recyclable. There is some nylon rope in there, so we'll have to take that out so that we can put it in the landfill.
Here's some of what we removed. Now it was time for some training.
Because like we see a difference in like certain areas, right? Because like if we go to places we have already cleaned up the legacy garbage, that stuff is gone, right? So if we're tracking that data as well, it helps us establish like future plans of attack. We're gonna be like, oh, we're going to this beach, we're going to that beach. But if we know we've already got the legacy garbage there, then it changes.
And this one has no writing on it.
So what we're doing, she has a recyclable rope in her hands. We're gonna weigh it up. We did a lot of different cleanups today, so it's a lot of little bits and pieces. Usually it's a lot more, but we just cut these 2 ropes apart because this is recyclable polypropylene. It's not leaded, but this is like nylon. It looks fuzzy. It's not recyclable. And we have some refundables that are recyclable, lobster trap, all kinds of things.
We removed over 300 pounds of garbage during our surveying, but I know that there is so much more because I took a helicopter ride and I vowed that I would come back and fix it. And now I've brought a team with me and I don't have to do it alone. This is the Digby Neck. This is Briar Island. This is Long Island. And this is the place where right whales live for the summer. But this shouldn't be like this. And we are going to do what we can to fix it. So please, come help, because we're going to need it. And be part of this, because it's a beautiful place, and it deserves to not look